Okay. Hello, dear friends. Good evening. Such a beautiful, beautiful evening. Again, Friday evening, and in Oakland Museum of California, there is a Friday night. So, and today is a teacher special, Teacher Appreciation Week. So I come here, I got a free ticket. Last week I came here and just felt that I haven't seen enough. So I came here again, and let's take a look at the museum. Or before that, I will do an outfit of the day. Here is the Museum of California History, and I think this is one of the best. It has a lot of real things you can see, and very clearly indicated and explained, and by sections, by time period. And it's just bring everything to life. Outside there is a garden party, and let's first take some time on the real road. Yes. So here are some beautiful paintings. But this one, there is a book about the railroad, and I have been to Grass Valley, been to Truckee, and the Gold County, and this one really, this book brings everything to place. Let's take a look. So California was discovered, and how do I say it? Okay. So let's talk about the railroad, and this is something around 1869 to 1930, and here is this part of history. California has already becoming a United States, a state at 1849, and now the state is starting to develop, and the people from the east coming to California area, and the road to California is just too difficult. Then they were, with the technology from Europe, they started to think about building railroad. So 4 of the most richest, prominent leaders decided to initiate the railroad project. That is C.P. Huntington. And if you have been to California, Los Angeles area, there is a Huntington Garden, maybe in San Bernardino. Anyway, there is a Huntington Garden, which still carries this family's name. and Charles Crocker. And in Sacramento, there is a Crocker Museum, one of the best in California. And Leland Stanford, his legacy is the Stanford University. And Mark Hopkins, his legacy is in his family name also. So some of the Mark Hopkins Hotel in San Francisco, and this is his residence, and this is Crocker's residence in San Francisco. At that time, San Francisco is much more important. The early 1800s, San Francisco is much more prominent than Los Angeles, than Sacramento. So the four of them decided, let's make a train track, let's make a railroad. But they are money holders, they are not technicians. And at this time, they heard about Judah, Theodore Judah. And he was from the East Coast, from New York area, and he made a name of making good management of railroad. So they decided to hire him. So they hired him, and he started to design the railroad, where to go through. And the Central Pacific Railroad took this part, Union Pacific Railroad take this part, and later on there is a Southern Pacific something. That one I do not know exactly which part of it is, but this is the plan he laid out, and then they start to carry on. He passed in the middle of the construction, and they rehired another guy, another engineer. His name is Montague. I think in Santa Clara County there is a street called Montague Expressway or Montague Road, because when we first came to California, came to America, we lived in Mansion Grove. We lived in that area. Montague, what is his full name? Samuel Montague finally settled in California, and they start to hire people from all over the world. There are white people, Latino, and Chinese people. And because Chinese people just at this time, there was one nice lady coming by and said, I watch your ASMR video. Okay, this is a small world. She's so nice. I am so happy. I say, maybe tonight or sometime you will watch this video. Yeah, okay, so this one, and brought in Chinese workers, and I think the construction becomes so hard, so difficult, and they overcame all the problem, and at the very end, the transcontinental was finally laid. The last spike. The last spike was laid in 1869, May 10, by Leland Stanford. This is the ceremony, and this is from the Central Pacific Railroad, Samuel Montague of Central Pacific Railroad shake hands with Granville Dodge from Union Pacific Railroad, two of the head engineers or chief CEO or chief executive officer or the head of the building team. The two of them shake hands, and Leland Stanford put in the last spike. And this place happened in Promontory, Utah. And for this reason, I always wanted to go to Utah, Promontory. Anyway, so the railroad brought new opportunity, communication opportunity, and the commerce. And at the same time, the critics come because the railroad becomes so powerful, and people start to say maybe they will take every single piece of land. Those railroad barons will take every single piece of California land. Yeah, so it's any business opportunity, there are always two sides of voice, two sides of opinion. I am not saying which is right, which is wrong. It's just such is the life of California. There is an opinion, there is a counter opinion. There is a risk, there is counter risk and achievement. There is never a dull moment in California. So California brought Oakland into prosperous because Oakland is the end of the railroad, and the population. You can see this picture. The population balloon-sized. In 2 years, it 5-fold increased. So this is Oakland. And also, because of the railroad, the Central Valley agriculture and fruit orchard, and the Santa Clara County, the land of plenty, the land of sunshine, and the prosperity all benefit from the rail transportation. And also with the refrigerated rail cartridge cart, foods can kept long and transport to longer distance. So that's the benefit of the railroad. And people can go to different places, go to Chicago, go to Santa Fe, go to see shows, to see family. And during wartime, this railroad was used for transporting military force. And San Francisco, California, the whole California in the wartime was really a very, very important and crucial military force. San Francisco, there are a lot of military encampment, military fort, because it's close to Pacific Ocean, and it has such an important role in the fighting with the Pacific frontier of fighting with Japan and on this Pacific battlefield. So that is it about this book. Now we are going to see the exhibition. Do you hear me right? I try as much as possible to talk loud. And this one is the final spike putting in, and they build. When there is mountain, they cut through the mountain. When there is a river, they build a bridge. Yeah, here is the bridge. And cut through the mountain, build the bridge. And this is the tool for the for engineers used to do the calculation, observation, evaluation of the land. And this is a pretty typical. Here is about the work is so very hard. In winter time, the owners of Central Pacific Railroad had trouble to find workers because the working condition is so hard. So they got people from China, and because the Chinese people can work with lower wage and works harder than accept lower wage, lower salary than the white or other people. So they hired about 80% of the workforce from China. And as I heard, these people are from Guangdong province, because at that time, China, after Opium War, China had opened a port in Canton, in Guangzhou, now the Guangzhou, Guangdong area. So close to Hong Kong, and people speak Cantonese. And that part of people, that part of Voila, thank you very, very much. I love you, I really do. Do. Goodbye. This is such a good place.